The anticipation is building for Game 1 of the World Series. Two storied teams, the Dodgers and the Yankees, will square off in a battle of the Titans. The last time the Dodgers won that battle was in 1981. Let's bring in now Steve Sachs, who is part of that World Championship team, if I can talk. Steve, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for having me.
Are you nervous about this matchup? And how do you think this team compares to the teams that you played against in that high-stakes World Series?
Well, I'm not nervous because I'm not playing, thankfully. But I think this is a much more talented team than what we had. This team has got everything when you talk about star quality. Great pitching as far as, people were doubting the ability for the starters to go deep. I think they're going to have the ability to do that, especially a well-rested core that they have. The bullpen is absolutely magnificent. And they've just got great players, fill-in players. Tommy Edman's been really great for this team. And, of course, the sheer star power of Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freeman, etc. There's so many to go around. I think the Dodgers are going to do just fine.
Well, and as a former Dodger, it's easy to get behind the Dodgers, I know.
Yeah. Well, I was a Yankee, too, so I could go either way.
That's true. You could go. But you won a couple World Series with us, so we're claiming you. As someone who has seen many postseason battles, like I was just talking about, what key factors do you think it's really going to come down to in deciding this series?
I think it's going to come down to starting pitching. That's what it always comes down to. Whether it's a bullpen game or whether they have their normal starters out there, it's all going to come down, I think, to the first few innings and what kind of start they get off to. I think it's going to be key in that one game as far as the bullpen goes for the Dodgers. They were able to do it twice in the last series. So I think this is going to be something where the Dodgers are going to come out okay in that respect. But when you talk about offense, man, that's where the Dodgers really shine. And I think you're going to see a team that just has been an offensive juggernaut throughout the course of the year. They won 98 games. They had a run differential of 157 runs against their opponents. So they can score plenty of runs.
And, the Dodgers and Los Angeles lost a legend in Fernando Valenzuela, who was your friend, your teammate. Can you tell us something that maybe people don't know about him and your friendship?
Well, Fernando was, you saw all the things that he did on the field and how great he was and how ice water just basically ran through this man's veins. He was always a guy of the moment that could handle that no problem. But one thing about Fernando, he came from a big family. I think he was one of 12 kids from Mexico, and he was such a fun-loving guy. He was a prankster. He was great on having the lasso in the dugout, where you'd be walking in the dugout getting ready for a big game, and all of a sudden your foot would stop, and you'd turn around and look, and there's Fernando with the look of a 9-year-old kid on his face, smiling as he would lasso your foot with a rope. He was so good at that. And besides being a talented guy, he was a talented prankster as well. But he was just such a great man, a great family man, a man of great humility. And that's one thing that I think I admire most about Fernando Valenzuela.
Oh, well, we appreciate your time so much today. I know you're not nervous, but, we're a little nervous.
We're a little
maybe.
nervous, I think. That's Steve, do you think they're talking this way on New York radio about the Yankees? Like, are they being...
No,
they're not.
We're going to trounce those guys. Wait till we go out there to the West Coast.
Okay.
That's what they're saying.
West Coast,
Okay.
West
I got a lot of friends back in New York, and they are nervous about the Dodgers.
Okay, good.
No
I like to hear
They
that.
should be. Steve, thank
No
you.
doubt.
And you can catch Steve talk baseball every morning on AM 570 Sports.